Hello, everyone. It is Nicholas Ellis here tonight, and I'm just here to talk about Asperger's awareness and talk to you a little bit about the Christmas holiday and Christmas break. Um, this weekend we had Christmas here in the United States. We didn't particularly have it social distancing and stuff, but we had it a limited gathering. It was about less than 10 people. Um, uh, as you know, people with Asperger's sometimes will have even a hard time with family members, and I noticed today my anxiety was a bit high too, and sometimes you just gotta sit back and just take a deep breath and just take it easy. So today, when I was at my Christmas thing with my family, I actually went for a drive and actually did some nature photography to get my anxiety down today. So that's actually one of my hobbies, which helps my anxiety. I do a lot of things to help the anxiety now. I don't recommend medications for people. I'm not a doctor, but I will tell you right now that just keep trying when you have anxiety. Just take a deep breath. I'll show you. I'll show you the breathing exercise real quick. That is the breathing exercise right there when it comes to anxiety. I actually will post some links below at the end of the video about anxiety management and stuff. I actually will post my email this time, if anyone has any questions, just feel free to email me, and we can chat via email. Um, some things I'd like to go over tonight is how weather and sensory overload can affect Asperger's symptoms. Um, uh, as many of you know, that I think I've told you my story. I was diagnosed with Asperger's back in 1994, December 17th of 1994, I'm thinking. About 27 years ago, approximately. Um, uh, I think there's previous videos where I talked about it, all my testimony with my Asperger's and autism spectrum. So tonight we're going to go on with talking about sensory overload and about how I am with when it comes to temperatures and stuff. In the winter, I'm really sensitive to the cold. Um, uh, I like the car a little bit warmer during the winter when I drive. I like to be a little bit more warmer during the winter. I also have a condition called rheumatoid arthritis, which has nothing to do with Asperger's, and the cold weather can make the rheumatoid arthritis worse. But that's for a different video. That's for a different time. We can talk about that some other time. If anyone has any questions about that, about rheumatoid arthritis, just ask me. Um, uh, I normally don't talk about rheumatoid arthritis because this is not my focus. My focus is on Asperger slash autism awareness. Not I know a lot about rheumatoid arthritis, but not to the extent of Asperger's. Um, uh, when it comes to the summer heat, I get really overheated easily. The heat can cause sensory overload. The heat can cause can just cause my mood to change a little bit too. I usually prefer the house around probably 20 degrees Celsius during the summer, or 70 degrees Fahrenheit for a temp for in the house. I prefer the, even when I'm driving, I prefer the air conditioning on and stuff because of the sensory overload. Um, some ways I cope with it, I try to stay inside where there's air conditioning during the summer, but I know there's times you can't. So I just try to drink a lot of water and try to keep myself calm. And as far as the cold weather comes, the cold weather is okay. It's just um, the cold weather is more hard on my rheumatoid arthritis and doesn't really cause so much sensory overload than the heat does. But also some other sensory issues I've noticed with me is sensitivity to light. My eyes aren't as bad as what they used to be when I was really young, but I notice when I drive at night, like sometimes the light. I don't know if this is just me or has something to do with my migraines, but I've noticed that since I've gotten a little bit older, that it's harder for me to see at night. Whether it has anything to do with Asperger's or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just that I think I don't know if migraines have anything to do with it or not, but yes, I do have sensitivity to light. That's one of the symptoms too. Um, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's sometimes it can be a bad thing if you get constant migraines like I do. But I'm not here to talk about migraines tonight. When it comes to sensory overload, you try to, I don't know, try to, I usually try to isolate myself, try to stay away from people for a while. I'm kind of more of the type of person with Asperger's that's quite social. I have some friends that just call me Nick, you're a social butterfly. You like talking to people. And I'm like, yeah, I do like talking to people. That's just how I am. Everybody with what we have, Asperger's or autism, or we're all different. Some of us like socialization. Some of us don't like being around people, and that's okay. Sorry about that. I was just kind of just spacing out for a minute there. I think we should establish some goals. I mean, one goal could be when it comes to sensory overload, maybe try to get used to the heat a little bit. I've tried it. Uh, Unfortunately, it didn't work for me. Um, there's some medications I'm on that can cause sensitivity to heat too. I won't go through a list of my medications because I'm not a doctor and I don't recommend medications as I'm not qualified to do that. Um, some other things you want to be aware of is I've noticed I get distracted easily when I drive and stuff. What I try to do is just try to stay focused. Um, uh, Probably don't turn the radio up so loud. I happen to listen to loud music a little bit. That's one thing that's really odd about me. I'll listen to loud music. People will say, well, how can you stand listening to loud music? It depends on the day. I mean, if I'm feeling fine, and I don't have a headache, I'll crank it up. But sometimes, yes, I do have sensitivity to the hearing stuff. I don't really care for fireworks during the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the United States. Um, and that all depends on the day, too. I mean, it just gets too loud, it hurts the ears. It doesn't really make me anxious or jump or anything, it's just too loud and gives me a headache. So that's part of the sensory issue, too. And also, when I wear a mask, like I've said, I wear a face shield. At work, I wear a face shield out in public. I will occasionally wear a mask, um, which isn't too often. Um, uh, I do believe that the face shields are just as effective as masks. Um, that's kind of how I am. Um, it's personal preference, basically. If you if you're a person with Asperger's and you want to wear a clear face shield, that's fine. If you're a person with Asperger's that wants to wear a face mask, that's fine too. Um, if you're here in the United States, here in Wisconsin, there are some exemptions from wearing masks. Usually, I think of people with like sensory issues and people with Asperger's and autism usually are exempt from wearing a mask. But um, it's one of those things I would talk to your primary care provider or doctor before you do. Um, uh, just checking something here. Is everybody getting my video feed at the end? I think this computer's working good tonight. Not sure. Um, uh, I am looking into possibly getting a new computer here. Maybe the one I got here is about 10 years old, approximately. Um, as far as I am, uh, I would try not to worry too much. Just try to stay calm. I mean, I know we're in a COVID-19 pandemic. Just try to stay calm. Um, uh, there's many Asperger's support groups out there. I happen to run a few on Facebook. Um, uh, it's I do have experience with running Asperger's groups, and maybe that's the place that we should all go to when we need support too, or maybe even emailing people for support too. But just remember when you're trying to find new friends, don't go overboard. I mean, don't constantly message people. Don't constantly call them. Um, I'm not perfect. I'll admit that I'm not perfect when it comes to that. I mean, there are plenty of Asperger's groups out there that you can join on Facebook or even other social media websites too. So that's where I get most of my support from. I get a lot of my support from my family and friends and other good friends that have Asperger's. Very good friends. When it comes to socialization, Seems like I got more online friends than in-person friends. Certainly would be nice if I could find some friends in person, but I don't know. It's with the whole COVID-19 pandemic right now, it's kind of hard to go anywhere. I mean, you've got Skype, you've got Facebook, you've got FaceTime. I mean, you can talk to friends on Skype or Facebook, uh, webcamming. Um, but really, when you think about it, it's not the same as meeting a friend in person. It's still fun, but it's not like meeting someone in person. It's not like I can say, hey, you wanna go get a cup of coffee today at the cafe down the road? I think most places, even around here, I think Starbucks is open for coffee and stuff, but I don't know if you can go and sit down inside or not. I haven't been to a Starbucks for actually a long time, so I wouldn't know. Um, when it comes to socialization right now, I've kind of just maintained the social distancing, and which I'm kind of already used to, anyways. So really, the whole social distancing thing really isn't any different to me because it seems like I isolate myself quite a bit anyway. So that's one thing that's part of the Asperger's is people with Asperger's will isolate themselves a lot. We also will get involved in certain topics. Like I like history, or you may like music, you may like football, soccer, you may like American football, you may like European football, which is soccer. Um, Whatever your preference is, I mean, me personally, I don't care if you talk about your favorite topic all the time, but it's it, I think at times it kind of bothers people when you talk about the certain topic over and over and over. Um, I mean, it's a good thing. Doesn't It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we all got our strengths and weaknesses where we can only do so much. I mean, we're only human, and at the end of the day, I just want to make sure, everyone is just having a good day, staying positive, and just try to be happy. Just because I don't have a smile on my face doesn't mean I'm not happy. I mean, that don't mean that. I mean, just because I don't smile or look happy doesn't mean I'm happy. I mean, I know a lot of people will say that, oh, I don't smile enough. Well, I think that might be true that I don't smile enough, but I think at the end of the day, if you feel positive, you're positive and happy. You don't necessarily need to smile, or I don't need to sit here and smile and pretend I'm happy. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Just try to help people out, and just be there for people. I mean, even when it comes to like my job and stuff, I work about 25 hours a week. I work part time in retail, and I actually been working in retail since about 2007 now, so about 14 years altogether. Worked in the grocery business for about 13 years. Um, uh, got experience in produce, grocery department, frozen dairy department. Um, uh, I've noticed even with my Asperger's, I just like being around customers. I just like talking to customers and helping people out. I even had somebody tell me one time, Nick, you're overly polite. And I'm thinking to myself, how can you be overly polite? Of course, you can go overboard being overly polite too. I mean, if you're sitting there talking at work with somebody, with a customer, and you're just talking about stuff, that's not good either. I mean, we're there to do a job. We're there to get things done. We're not really there to socialize, but you can have fun at work. I mean, it's actually a good thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with joking around or having a little fun with your coworkers within certain circumstances. You just have to be careful sometimes, because sometimes I will people will take my joking literally. Like, I will give you an example. I told a coworker that I wanted to order a lemon tree. So, and then my coworker Carrie, she was the floral manager at the local grocery store where I worked at, and she's like, "I found it for you, Nick." That was about 2, 3 years later. I'm like, "Cool," and she didn't realize that I was joking with her. People kind of look at me like, "Are you serious, Nick?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm serious." But, or I joke around. I take a lot of jokes literally, which is sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I've improved on it, and that's the main thing. You just try to be yourself. Try to help others out. If you like spending time with family, that's cool. If you like spending time going skiing or kayaking or out in nature, or if you're into nature photography, that's cool too. Um, when I was younger, I would actually do cross country skiing as a kind of a method to help my anxiety and stress. I actually did, I think it was like a 10 kilometer ski thing when I was in middle school. I did it with Coach Dave Landgraf. He happened to be a coach I had in high school that coached cross country skiing and downhill skiing. He was quite an inspiration. I mean, great guy, great instructor. I mean, he really had a passion with working with people with Asperger's. I think that's just my opinion. Um, I think I did a 6 mile skiing thing with him, and I also would do a lot of biking and stuff when I was younger. Maybe I'll send you a link or post a link of what my bike looks like. It's one of those uh, bikes that had the really skinny tires made for racing. I mean, I would bike 100 miles a day sometimes. I don't know how much that is in kilometers. Actually, I probably could look it up real quick. I'm not sure how much 100 miles is in kilometers, but that actually was actually something that helped my anxiety and stress a lot too. Was the biking and stuff, and that would be. I'm actually going to translate it right now for. I'm gonna translate it right now for you guys. What 100 miles is in kilometers for my actually it's 100 miles. Sorry about that. It's about 161 kilometers if you go biking 100 miles in one day. So that's quite a bit. Um, and it's cool. It helps relieve stress. It helps relieve anxiety. It was something I was interested in for many years, but kind of got out of it after my high school years. Went on to the technical college for the office assistant program. Graduated from that program in 2006, and I did an internship at the courthouse for the office assistant program. I did that in probate, and I did that in human resources, which does all the hiring for the county. That was fun too. That was a great experience. It's just all about what you can do. I mean, there's a lot of customer service experience when it comes to even working in like the office assistant position. I mean, that's kind of just how it goes. Would I particularly want a job in an office? I mean, I probably could, but I don't think I could handle the multitasking and stuff. I mean, I think I could do it, but I've never tried it, so. I pretty much worked in retail my whole life, so this is pretty much what I do. Um, uh, I'm pretty new to making these videos, and it's just I'm a little tired tonight, and sorry if I'm going from topic to topic to topic. We're gonna I'm gonna start focusing on one topic at a time, so maybe we have a better idea what certain things we can accomplish. I do plan on doing a couple videos on job interviewing skills and stuff, and talking over about certain jobs for people with Asperger's and autism and stuff. So I will do that during the future. I mean, I've been pretty busy right now with work and with the Christmas holiday stuff, and it's been it's been a good year. It's been a long year, and I really think the winter. I hope this winter maybe I can go out and actually do some skiing. But well, that actually could be something I do for my anxiety. So actually, that is a good topic. Exercise can help relieve the anxiety. Going for a walk. Uh, Maybe listening to nature relaxation music, meditation, prayer, whatever helps you relieve the anxiety. I mean, everybody, whether you're a neurotypical or you have Asperger's or whatever you have, we all have anxiety. Like me, I'm a little obsessive compulsive, meaning I like to basically wipe down the apartment several times a day because of the COVID-19 virus. Uh, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong being clean. It's probably a good thing. But it gets to the point where, do you really need to do it 3, 4 times a day? Probably not. But it's whatever works for you, whatever you can do to keep yourself calm with the anxiety and stress. Um, when it comes to stress, try to actually biking, maybe even reading a book, singing, writing music. I mean, music can help relieve anxiety too. Um, Music actually has got quite a bit of power to it. Positivity and even just trying to think positive. I know sometimes that's easier said than done. I mean, I'm not perfect when it comes to this stuff. Um, every day is a new learning experience for me. I mean, for everybody it is. I mean, we look at the stuff and it's like, well, I've got so much to accomplish today at work. And I find out even at work, I find having a list helps me get things accomplished better. A little bit more structure. So let's just say, well, I work in the clothing department. So you got to get this. Let's say I got to get the coats out today. I come in and I got to get the winter coats out, stocked out on the sales floor. So I make a list. Well, that needs to go out first. Then maybe the jeans and other product needs to go out. So you just make a list and do it kind of in a chronological order. Doesn't necessarily need to be in a chronological order. I prefer stuff in a chronological order, but it all depends on you, how you like to get things done. Excuse me. As when it comes to structure, I do like stuff to be structured. I do like a routine. There are certain things I do before I go to bed. Most people need some kind of structure in their daily life. I mean, that's just how we are. Structure would be like having a list, like even at home, having a list of what certain things you want to do every day, like certain things that you want to accomplish, like let's say cleaning, dusting. So it just gives you something to do. And I would say one thing is that I would try to make a list of the priority things. Like, let's say you need to dust. Let's say the priority today at home or at work is you need to get this first priority done. So let's say you work at a grocery store. You're easily distracted. You got Asperger's like I do, and you want to get a task accomplished. Make a list. Let's say you need to list blueberries. Let's say you need to get certain things out onto the sales floor in the produce department or wherever you work. I'm just using this as an example. So you list that. Well, I need to get out the blueberries first. Then I need to get the raspberries. Then I need to get the bananas. Or what else is coming for out there. You can use those kind of lists even in regular life, daily life too. Don't necessarily need to use them at work. You can use them at home. You can use them pretty much for everything. We all need that structure where we can accomplish things. We all need that reassurance sometimes that we're doing well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking your friend, am I kind of going overboard today with the texting or calling? You can ask your friend that. or ask your spouse that, or your wife that, or your significant other, or your family member. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Do you think I'm going a little bit overboard today with the texting or calling? Or am I going a little overboard putting too many things out on the sales floor at work? I mean, just ask. I'm gonna put my email address below. You, if anyone wants to email me, you can with questions. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'm not always here on the computer. I'm actually very good with technology, so this is something I'm quite good at. So if anyone has any questions at any time, just feel free to email me. I may post a link of my Facebook, so maybe you can friend me on Facebook. I may post a link to my Twitter page, which also has Asperger's syndrome awareness stuff. I did think about starting a blog, but I don't know yet. I think I'm going to just stick to the videos right now, and we'll see how the videos go. I don't have much experience with this, except this is basically all new to me. Like I said, if anyone has any questions or concerns or just wants to talk, feel free to email me. I'm not a counselor. I can give advice, but I'm not a counselor. I will not give professional advice. That's not my qualifications, but if you need a friend to talk to, I'm here for you. I'm not here 24/7, but feel free to email me, comment below if you have any questions. You can like, subscribe, and even share my videos if you want to. I also have some nature videos too, I think about 20 or 30 different nature anxiety relaxation videos that you can listen to. I created those myself. I listen to those for relieving anxiety, and I also listen to an app called let me check my phone here. It is called Rain. So here's actually right here. I'll let you hear. That's the app on my phone. So that was the app on my phone. That wasn't any of my stuff. As we go on here, I will talk a little bit more about. I do plan on doing a series on job interviewing and what kind of jobs are good for people with Asperger's and people with autism. This is something I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research into. I'm not an expert, and I think pretty soon here I'm gonna get going. If you guys want to follow me, go ahead, subscribe, like my video, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone.